Got to share the thing.
Capitalist Death Parade! Capitalist Death Parade! Capitalist Death Parade! Welcome to the...
All right. Where's the audio? No audio?
It's not up.
There it is.
We're off to a good start.
And I'm blowing out my damn throat, too. I'm blowing out my left arm. Now I'm going to blow out my right arm, and I'm blowing out my damn throat, too.
See, I thought you were going to share the video of him deep-throating the microphone, and I was so excited. I didn't watch it, but that's what I assumed you were going to share.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
I'll find that. Why don't you intro in the show and tell everyone how we're doing today while I find that?
You know, there's very, 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 very few, I'm going to say upside, maybe somewhat good things that come with blindness. One of them will be if this photo Epstein says he has will be revealed of Trump on his knees with Slick Willy. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it at all. I will trust you guys if you guys said, yep, it came out, it's real. I will believe it. But yeah, some of this stuff I'm glad I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's frankly, it's kind of refreshing to see some of this stuff finally coming out and people, you know, having more of a difficult time trying to rationalize and make, you know, mental twister around. But Trump did it more. Trump did it more times. And quite frankly, I've been proud many times I didn't vote for Hillary. But one of the reasons I didn't vote for her is because she's married to an RAPIST. And his wife has harassed, slandered, and insulted his victims. And I'm not okay with that. And yeah, so now people are going to have to start. I mean, you still have the pussy hats. They're still like, you know, I'm going to show one of the memes later where they're still like, Hillary told you that Trump was bad. And it's like, she's the fucking one that asked him to run. But okay.
Yeah.
So as far as how I'm doing, I don't know. I don't go on Facebook very much, but I did post some photos. Not sure if you guys saw them, but over a week ago, I took a huge fall on concrete steps, and I'm bruised from head to toe, and it ain't pretty. So that's happening, and then my mom's in hospice and she's kind of having a rough time. But, you know, in some good news, yesterday I got insurance for the first time in 4 months as a disabled person. Yay! So, yeah, so I guess I'll take that as a win, even though it's, you know, expensive and doesn't cover everything. But you know, at least it's something. And that's the motto of Americans. At least it's something.
Well, you know, Joy, if you'll share something for me in just a moment, but I wanted to say that you falling down actually bummed me out because I wanted to make light of Fetterman falling down, but apparently it would now be in bad taste. So I'm just going to share this.
But at the same time, I'd like to think I'm a better person than he is. And he's cool with kids becoming amputees in Palestine. So I don't really think it's like the same. I'd like to think I'm a better person. So if you make fun of him, I don't think I should treat it the
Okay.
same as
That's
if
fair
you
then.
make
Well,
fun
I
of
just
me.
wanted to say he fell on his face and he just released photos of his face after the fall. And though his face is a little off looking, he looks like he's going to go ahead and make a full recovery. So,
What is it?
oh, that's the guy from The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh my.
He's just another horrifying, ghoulish-looking golem of a human being, like Fetterman. I just thought it'd be funny to
He's
show.
one of us. You know what's
Yeah.
funny? I've known him for probably 9 years and, met him many times, interviewed him. And I have a picture of him standing next to him, and I swear I'm up to his elbows. I am not even kidding you. I look
yeah.
like his child in that photo. Like, it's truly astounding how fucking huge that dude is.
Well, in shorts and a hoodie, he kind of looks like a child too, just like a ridiculously huge one. He looks like a kid that had like some sort of gigantism or something.
He's in Ripley's, believe it or not.
Well, Joy, man, what a week it's been. It's hard to believe it's only been a week since we went off the air because so much happened. Oh my God. Do you want to just jump right into the big news of the week? I mean, it just seems like it's time, yeah?
Let's jump in. Let's just jump. I mean, that could have been what Trump said, but today is just going to be a lot of that's what he said. A lot.
Well, let me share you this one first. Actually, this one was the one I was telling you about. This is the famous Trump giving the blowjob to the microphone. If you'll share it up again for me. You took it down.
Isn't it up there?
It was, but you took it down. There it is.
Today, I said, and this is after 4 of these things. I've been, in all fairness, I mean, I'm a human being, right? I come in, and here's the problem. I said, oh man, it's too low. I said, it's too low. So I had to go. Way too low. Way too low.
So yeah, anyways, everybody laughed at it because it was like he was deep throating the microphone is what and there've been a million little GIFs and memes made of it. So I thought that was a good.
Was he doing it for real? Or was
well,
it?
He's saying that he was trying to mimic that his microphone wasn't working. But it looked like he was doing a deep throat motion with his mouth open, and the crowd busts up laughing right when he does it. And I'm like, are they laughing because of his low microphone joke, or are they laughing because it looks like he's blowing the damn microphone? And I'm going to go ahead and say the crowd's reaction says what it is. So
what about? And I forgot to include it. But what about the picture where he's grabbing Slick Willy's groin?
Oh yeah, that's a fun photo. That's
been
fun
around
photo.
For years. And I've tried to think about it as though, like, sometimes when you're at a certain angle, there will be space in between your hand and something else. And it may look like it's going for something, but it's really like a foot away. I don't think that's the case. I kind of don't.
I should fill our audience in for anyone who is not a news addict as we are. We're of course referring to the recent email dump of Jeffrey emails that were unleashed on the world. That included one from, I think it was between Jeffrey, Steve Bannon, or no, it was Jeffrey and his brother, but they were talking about being in communication with Steve Bannon, and his brother Mark asked him, it's like, well, hey, ask Bannon if Putin has a photo of Trump blowing Bubba. That's what the email said.
Yep.
And what's so interesting is I don't know if a lot of people know this, but like Bannon is so deeply tied up in all this too. Bannon was actually, he's apparently got like hundreds of hours of live film footage of Epstein because he was making a documentary film about Epstein in an attempt to, he was trying to clean his image. They were trying to bring him back. So Bannon was working on this video project. Apparently Woody Allen was editing it. I'm not even kidding you. I know. Like the worst people you can imagine are all coming together for the benefit of Jeffrey Epstein. But it didn't work out. It didn't work out.
Yeah, Noam Chomsky, it didn't work out. But we'll get to him.
We'll get to him. Well, let's jump in with one of the victims of not the Jeffrey scandal, but the calling for Trump to do what he promised to do about the Jeffrey scandal, and that's Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Ask you about something you posted just yesterday on X. You questioned who and what country is putting so much pressure on Trump to keep the Epstein files hidden. And you included a picture about donations from pro-Israel lobbying group AIPAC. What are you trying to say there?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's the question that many Americans are asking, especially when we saw information recently come out in these emails that the Oversight Committee that I serve on has released. And we saw Jeffrey Epstein with ties to Ehud Barak. We saw him making business deals with them, also business deals that involved the Israeli government, and seems to have led into their intel agencies. And I think the right question is to ask is, was Jeffrey Epstein working for Israel? And I'm proud to say I don't take money from AIPAC. I don't take money from any special group of people. I'm just representing my district and the American people. And so that's what I was referring to.
I just want to be clear. Are you saying Israel is pushing the president of the United States to cover up the Epstein files? And what evidence do you have that that is the case?
I simply just asked out loud, is there a foreign government? It could be any foreign government, but is a foreign government pushing to keep this covered up? Because people just don't understand the big fight against.
Well, you had AIPAC up there. It was pretty clear which government you were talking about.
That I'm questioning that government in particular and questioning any other foreign government.
Oh my goodness. Joy, can I tell you, I remember back in the day, it wasn't even that long ago, that CNN was riding Trump's ass so hard, trying to like nail him on every single little thing. And if you had told me even a year ago that CNN would have Marjorie Taylor Greene criticizing Trump, and rather than embracing that criticism, CNN would be like, yeah, but are you sure you're not just an anti-Semite? It's like, wait a minute, CNN, you're backing Trump? So I guess that's where CNN is now. That's wild. Wild.
So predictable. I mean, yeah. I gotta admit though, Marjorie has been my girl lately. I mean, she really has. She has more balls than every Democrat combined when it comes to Epstein and Israel. Period. She does.
Fair
Full
enough.
stop. But I feel like she kind of bitched out on this a bit. I'm asking them, but also any government. Yeah, but that's not really what you did.
She was on the back foot. She was on the back foot trying to respond to the I'm saying you're an anti-Semite without saying you're an anti-Semite line of questioning. Now, what I would like to point out is even though I think that Marjorie Taylor Greene is absolutely correct on Israel and absolutely correct on this Jeffrey thing, this is my evergreen meme that I share everywhere. It says, don't make me tap the sign. Marjorie Taylor Greene might be saying some based things from time to time, but she's still a white supremacist. And ain't that the truth? So I always try to tag that in whenever I'm giving her credit for anything. I'm like, but she's still a white supremacist.
And that's fair. But at the same time, she's sticking up for brown people in Palestine more than all the Democrats combined. So,
sad as that is, yes. Sad as that is.
So, I mean, here's the thing. We need to stop doing right versus left shit. We need to look at this shit as a class war thing.
Yeah.
When I am at rallies for Free Palestine, for environment, for I don't care what the fuck it is. I don't go up to people and ask, how did you vote? How are you registered? I
Yeah.
don't give a flying fuck. If you're there and we are there for the same cause, you are my brothers and sisters in this movement.
Yeah, in that
You
fight.
may be a piece of shit on every other fucking issue, but we're not talking about that. So I don't know that. We're just here in solidarity for this reason. And it is going to take all of us
Yeah.
to do this. So,
Oh, yeah.
you know, when it comes to shit like this, I don't have to like her. I just have to appreciate the fact that she's speaking the truth. And I don't give a fuck if it comes from Satan's mouth himself. I don't give a fuck. As long as it's being said far and wide. And she's right. She doesn't take APAC, and she never has. And, you know, for her, you know, it's people like her, Candace Owen, Tucker Carlson. These people made their career stumping for Trump and have now gone after him with such vitriol that they have lost countless people.
Yeah.
But they're doing it. And I'm sorry, people are allowed to change their minds.
They are. That's true.
Every time I post something about her, well, she, you know, she supported Trump and she, you know, said he was great and blah, blah, blah. And she's the reason he's elected. No, Susan Sarandon, she's not the reason. It's a whole bunch of people, and it's a whole bunch of like cultist mind shit. It's not one person. And you can't blame people for supporting Trump and then also hate them when they step back and say, you know what? Fuck him. I was wrong. You can't have it both ways.
I hear what you're saying, but I feel like that's creating a loophole for people who say that they're changing sides to change sides and get forgiven when they seek no actual forgiveness and they're just being agents of the time and place. They're like, oh, here comes the wind, and they blow with it. I'm saying now, I think she's brave because blowing with the wind in this case meant standing up to the Israeli lobby, which is so I'll give her credit there. But she, at the end of the day, she's being a populist. She is following the will of the people. And I don't know. I look at it this way. I'm like that Lord of the Rings meme. I'm the dwarf guy. And I'm like, I never thought I'd fight alongside a white supremacist. I really don't want to fight along a white supremacist, but on this fight, yeah, I will.
I mean, you know, and I have to, you know, it's difficult. And I get that. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't give a fuck who's saying it. Like, I really don't. I appreciate it. And you know what? Even if she's talking out of her ass, I don't give a fuck. Like Candace Owens, she now has the #1 podcast in the world.
Oh, she did it? Damn. I hadn't been paying attention to the numbers.
For the past 2 weeks.
Wow.
She is going at Israel. She is calling Israel the truth. A freaking terrorist state committing a Holocaust. And she has the #1 podcast in the world. Now, who's the majority of her podcasters? Republicans. This is fucking huge.
Yeah, this is
because huge. That means that across party lines, people are like, holy fuck. It doesn't mean that they're all, we want to help Palestinians. No, it doesn't. It may very well be, fuck Israel. We said America first. Stop giving them our money. I don't fucking care. If it brings them out in the street with us, let's fucking go. Let's go. Yeah. Let's protest against this shit. I'm not going to interview you and ask you why you're here.
Yeah. I like I said, I think it's good that it brings people out on all sides, because at the end of the day, this is an issue of justice. This is an issue of, if you believe in law and order, this has to be dealt with. It cannot be shirked off. It cannot be delayed 50 years. It's, you know, it just is what it is. So it is a unifying fight. I'll give it that. So let's take a look at some of the photos you dropped to us here, just showing some of the old classic connections. I mean, we've all seen it, but here's Bill Clinton at his daughter's wedding, and oh look, it's Ghislaine. Man, she's just glowing, almost as pretty as the bride. You know.
But what I typed here, I know everyone's seen this, but what I typed here is what's important.
It says, just a reminder that Jeffrey was convicted and imprisoned of underage sex crimes in 2008, which he pleaded guilty to. Ghislaine Maxwell was at Chelsea Clinton's wedding in 2010. Yeah.
So, I mean, you are the fucking company you keep. Don't fucking tell me he didn't know.
No, he knew.
Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, he knew. Well, that's just that they all knew. I mean, that's what, I'm going to jump into my thing real quick, and then we'll come back to these, but this is all in the same vein. We're in the Jeffrey realm. So I don't know if you saw this. It came out that Jeffrey's brother, Mark, said in an interview that, I'll just read it real quick. It says, Jeffrey's brother says GOP sanitizing names from files. Mark is cynical about the House of Representatives vote to compel the release of the Justice Department's files on his late brother Jeffrey. He says House Republicans are only agreeing to the action now because the files are being edited. He says in an interview on News Nation Monday, the reason they're going to be releasing these things, the reason for the flip is that they are sanitizing these files. There's a facility in Winchester, Virginia, where they're scrubbing the files to take Republican names out. And he claims that this came from a good source. Now, to back this up, I don't know if y'all remember, because we all have like 24-hour news brain in 2025, but like 3 months ago, this craziness happened.
The Justice Department is in damage control after a DOJ official was secretly recorded on a hidden camera talking about the Epstein files. It's been going viral online. And in that video, one of the department's deputy chiefs says the files will be heavily redacted to remove all Republicans' names. He also suggests the DOJ is offering Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, quote, something to keep her mouth shut.
And then I've got the actual video I'll throw up real fast just because it's important to see the dude's own words. Again, this is the dude who Trump tapped as like, one of the heads of the DOJ temporarily.
Is he still alive?
No, he's.
No, I'm totally asking. Like, I'm.
I think he's out of a job, but I think who knows, right? I hope so, but who knows?
But those files do exist.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of pages of files. They'll redact every Republican or conservative person in those files. Leave all the liberal, Democratic people in those files.
And they visited that Maxwell person.
Yeah.
And also involved.
Got transferred to a minimum security prison too recently, which is against BOP policy because she's a convicted sex offender. They're offering her something to keep her mouth shut.
And what do you do for work here?
I work for the Department of Justice.
Okay.
Been there like 23 years. I'm an analyst. I'll be acting deputy chief of our office for a few months starting next week. I work close.
Exists.
So yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all to remind everyone that the dude who's like, yeah, they're actively scrubbing the files right now, who was tapped by Trump to lead temporarily the DOJ. Like, I don't know, man. Like,
did he know he was being filmed?
No, he didn't.
I was going to say, because like, why the fuck would he say this shit?
Honestly, and this is where it gets really interesting. When this came out, there was a bipartisan effort to shut this down because the people that put this out was, of course, Project Veritas. And
I was going to ask you if it was them.
Yeah. And Project Veritas, let me say it up front, they are scum. They are not trustworthy people at all. They are bad journalists, if you could call them journalists. But what they have here is this dude taking the rope and hanging himself with it. And at the end of the day, even if you disagree with them, you disagree with their methods, he's doing all the work here and telling everyone the secrets. And that's on him for not knowing how to shut his mouth when he thought he was on a Tinder date. So that's where how they got him.
He was on a Tinder date.
The person interviewing him is a fake Tinder date.
Oh my God, I can't.
Isn't that
You
great?
got screwed, all right. That's for sure.
He thought he was going to get laid with all this cool info.
But he just got screwed. Bent over, no lube. He got screwed.
Yes, he
Damn.
did. Oof, oof.
See, every now and then I get a gem, you know? Get a gem every now and then.
Well, let's keep it going. I just wanted to bring that up because I thought that was interesting, because when that came out, like I said, it was a bipartisan effort to shut him down, because the Republicans were like, oh, this is bullshit and you can't trust these guys. The Democrats are like, this is bullshit, you can't trust these guys. And I'm like, wait a minute, didn't these guys used to be gems of the Republicans? Why are the Republicans against them now? Because he was pushing the Jeffrey thing, which of course is bad for Republicans. So, oops, can't attack your
The
own.
whole thing is like the Spider-Man meme where he's like this, you know?
Oh, yeah, they're pointing at each other. It's you.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's keep it rolling here. We got one from David Gora, says, asked about his relationship with Jeffrey. Noam Chomsky tells the Wall Street Journal via email, first response is that it's none of your business or anyone's. Second is that I knew him and we met occasionally.
Now look at this date.
No.
2023. I covered this on my show 2 years ago when this first came out. So I wasn't shocked. But now we're seeing like the emails and shit. And I'm telling you right now, dude's gonna die in the next few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because he's like 101, but also
he's already on the way out. Yeah.
He's going to be like, okay, my heart's broken. Everyone knows the truth. All right, bye. Peace out.
I think the worst of it is, though, digging through the giant trove of emails. I don't know if you saw that. There's like literally a tool where you can just like search any word and go through all the emails at once. And so I was doing things like I'll just throw in a word, and like you throw in the word Trump and there's like 1,600 hits. And it's just, it's one of those things where you're just like, yeah, it sucks. And unfortunately, Chomsky was all through there too. And what I noticed with all the people that are all through these emails, they all speak with an ease and a confidence that they will never get caught, that these emails will never see the light of day, because they all know that they are above any sort of law or justice, because they all know that Epstein is above all of it. I mean, Acosta said so. He said, they told me he's intelligence, leave it alone. Those are Acosta, the prosecutor in his case's own words.
And that explains why he was involved with the terrorist state of Israel. Also has impunity. It's all fucking relative.
Very, very.
We have some comments here.
Oh, yeah. We got the Hallgall up in here saying hello to the Hallgall.
Is this Holly?
It might be with just some cool new name. It might be. But Hallgall says, check out how much he got from AIPAC. From the 427 votes to 1. By the way, who was the one vote? I missed it. Who was the one vote who voted to not release the files after all that?
Oh, really?
I saw there was one nay, but I didn't see.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It is Holly, by the way.
Yay!
Cool. Well, let's jump to the next one.
Wow, I gotta fucking find out. That's bananas. Holy shit. If it's not someone in the freaking emails, that...
Well, after Trump's like, okay, now it's good to not look like you're supporting pedophiles now, so go ahead and vote to release those files. Go, I'm giving you your out now. You don't have to be pedophile defenders no more. Why did the one guy stay on? He's like, no. I want to defend them.
You knew it was going to pass. So why are you singling yourself out?
Why put yourself as the one name who's like, someone must defend Jeffrey and his good name, and all of his friends. Come on, man. That's wild. Uh-oh, she's typing. While she's typing, I will tell you about this next one here. So it says that Jeffrey arranged several meetings in 2015 and 2016 with Mr. Chomsky while he was professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Mr. Chomsky replied in an email, Oh, yes, the one we just read. It says 2 months later, Jeffrey planned to fly with Mr. Chomsky and his wife to have dinner with them and movie director Woody Allen and his wife Soon Yi. If there was a flight, which I doubt, it would have been from Boston to New York, 30 minutes. Mr. Chomsky said, I'm unaware of the principle that requires that I inform you of an evening spent with a great artist. Oh, he's a Woody Allen fan. Who knew? Of course he fucking is. I bet he's
so his name is representative in the House. It is. What's his name?
While you're looking that up, I just want to crack a joke. I bet you he's also a huge fan of
Clay.
Roman Polanski. Let's try to pull the name out.
Oh yeah,
I'm a huge Roman Polanski fan too, I'm sure.
Clay Higgins.
Clay Higgins. Bleh.
His
Ridiculous.
vote was a principled no. That's what he said.
On what principle?
The principle he can't turn against his friends. Holy shit, he looks like Stanley Tucci. Like doppelganger. Damn.
All right, I'm going to share one real quick. So this one came from Kyle Kalinske. He quoted Nancy Mace saying, notice how Democrats have failed to bring up Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Larry Summers. Kyle Kalinske responds, lock all those perverts up. We don't give a fuck. And I've noticed this. The voters, the Democrat voters are like, throw them all under the fucking bus. We don't care. The only people defending these people... Well, I'm saying the only ones I'm seeing defending these people are either the establishment goons themselves or the select few who are the truly most brainwashed. But like, it seems like most Democrats at this point are like, you can put Bill Clinton in a wood chipper. We don't care. We don't.
But here's the thing that I'm saying, which I totally expected. Look, Bill Clinton is a rapper, we'll call it that, so my show doesn't get taken down, like my channel usually gets strikes for that shit, so we'll call him a rapper. So this has been known for decades. He is also known as a SA, as a racist, and everything else. But we're believe all women, except if they have a D next to their name.
Yeah.
We are going to acknowledge the fact that Bill Clinton is this trash, which how many of us have been saying forever. If people are finally going to acknowledge that, they're going to have to acknowledge that they voted for that fucking bitch who stood by his side and bullied his victims and rode on that same fucking Lolita Express plane with him time after time.
Yeah.
People don't want to have to admit this. They don't want to have to admit the fact that they have. This is what I'm talking about right here. This shit. We warned you. We told you. Bitch is involved. What the fuck? You think this is an own? Yeah. She was involved. Yep. They're so fucking delusional. And they're in such denial. Here, read what I wrote there.
Yeah, it says when you use a woman to own people who are married to a rapist, been on the Lolita Express more than any other person, had Jeffrey in the White House 17 times, by the way, had Ghislaine Maxwell at their daughter's wedding. The list goes on and on. May they all burn in hell along with your selective outrage. Yeah, no doubt.
Like, the only way this would be an own is if she had nothing to do with it. And you didn't tell us shit. We already knew Trump was garbage. What the fuck? We told you so? She's the one that asked him to run. They were friends for decades. So here's what you have to decide. Hillary and Shizzlebub and Trump were friends for decades. So you have to ask yourself one of two things. A, Did he just become this racist, misogynist pig since 2015? Did that just happen? Or was it true all along and she agrees with him, so she didn't care? Or is she that thick and dumb that she didn't notice? Because it's one of those three things.
Yeah.
Period.
No, I mean, what it comes down to is this has been the biggest open secret in DC and in like political circles going so far back. I mean, I was following this case like 18-ish years ago when it dropped originally out of the Miami Herald. And I was like, what? But I'm telling you, like this case goes even way further back than that, because this dude had his tendrils in people for decades before he got busted. And I don't know. I like to me, it's amazing that people can still act like they didn't know. Like we had no idea. It's like, come on, Hillary. How could Hillary warn us when literally her husband was one of the dudes inviting Jeffrey to the White House 17 times? What did you warn us of? That there are monsters? We know.
There's some of them. I mean, and you know, I've been saying this for years. The reason that the Clintons are still married is because when you are married, you are not required to testify against each other. Guaranteed that's why they are still married. That just saved them a lot of shit.
See, and this is why I need to start a polygamous marriage with everyone in the country simultaneously, so that I can like basically get out of ever testifying ever for anyone. I'm just like, I'm testimony proof. Testimony proof.
Yeah, we gotta like become polygamous or something.
Yes, that's right, folks. Capitalist Death Parade now supports polygamy.
Hey, I'm down with anything consensual. No kink shaming here. Whatever tickle your pickle, unless it's illegal, like these bastards.
Yeah, unless of course it literally is a crime, like these sons of bitches. So let's jump to Mr. Jeffries is now involved. Oh God.
This is why the Democrats they're going to regret, I think, ever playing around with this, and they're going to regret embracing transparency, though I'm glad they did. They thought, I think, that the files would never become public. They thought this was all a game. Well, guess what? They're going to get their wish. They are going to become public. The president's going to sign the bill. The president's been right all along on this. He said months ago, make public everything you can that's not classified. Now Congress is finally going to do it. And I think we're going to learn a lot, Jesse. A lot of people suddenly are going to get real reticent to talk about Epstein, whether it's Hakeem Jeffries, whether it's Larry Summers, that Harvard president you mentioned a second ago who worked for Barack Obama. We're going to find out a lot about a lot of folks, because you know what else is in this bill that just passed tonight? It's got to be a searchable database, so any American can go in and read the files for themselves. That's how it should be. I'm looking forward to seeing what's there.
Well, so are my producers, because it's a lot easier when the FBI doesn't misspell the name you're trying to look for. Hopefully we have all the names spelled correctly.
So, I mean, agree. That's what I've been saying. When people are like, release the files, I was like, some of y'all are going to have a really fucking rude awakening, because when you say release the files, you are not going to just see Trump. You are going to see a hell of a lot of people that are connected to your team too. And it's not just going to be politicians. It's going to be actors and actresses and all these other people.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even say this on the air, but I am curious. Like, I'm curious. I have no reason to think this. This is no conjecture at all. Did anyone search Bernie? I'm just curious. Just because.
No. See, I'm convinced, Joy, that Bernie is squeaky clean. And the reason that I'm convinced is because they literally had to put their boot on the neck of democracy itself to stop him, rather than release a single piece of Oppo research. So
and they had to use him being Jewish against him and stuff like that per the emails. Speaking of which, that's another thing I want to address. We have heard since 2015, but her emails, and it has been minimized and minimized.
Yeah.
Like so many times to the point that it is saturated with shit. And we need to think about what those emails actually had. It wasn't just emails. It also had illegal activity within those emails.
Yep.
It rigged elections. It talked about taking government equipment and smashing it with freaking hammers.
Yeah.
To get rid of evidence, Queen Hillary. These things, no, this is not to equate it with PEDO, but it is illegal acts that we were told, oh, but she didn't deny it, but the Russians hacked. Now these people are like, emails. What happened to the fact that we don't like hackers? Emails don't matter. Emails don't mean that they're true.
And don't forget the media trying to push that narrative of, well, we don't want to share this info because it was shared by hackers, which makes it really bad info.
Right.
And it's like, well, but it's still been verified by Acosta, or not Acosta. What was his name? What was Hillary's campaign manager?
Fucking Soros, or
not Soros.
What was his name? I see his face.
I do too. He looks very ghoulish, not unlike
Damn, I can't think
other
of his
ghouls in the
name.
district. Oh well. Well, we'll let him slide for now. That dirty son of a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, what about and things like immoral and unjust? Things like how they paid the New York Times to only write positive things about Hillary's campaign. How, all of these things that transpired.
Podesta. It was
Flipping
Podesta.
the debate question. What's up?
Podesta.
Yeah, I
Thank
mean,
you, Smiles.
all of these things, and we were supposed to turn the other cheek, and then Donna Brachel comes out, and she's like, if you read these emails, you are breaking the law because
I forgot.
get the email. You remember that shit?
Yeah,
And
the
then
media ran with that. The media was like, it's illegal to look at these.
Yes.
It's like, you
And
sons of
then
bitches.
Donna Brachel came out with a book, dedicated it to Seth Rich, who she called a son. And the whole damn book is about how they cheated. Hillary's disgusting.
Yep.
They cheated so much. They know WikiLeaks is true. She doesn't deny anything in it. Like, she straight up called herself out in every way. She's still alive, shockingly, after what she revealed in the book. But
no, she's dead politically. I don't think I've seen much from her.
Oh, yeah. No, you know what? She went to Fox News for a while. She did. I don't know how long it lasted, but she did. She went to Fox News for a while.
Yeah. Well, speaking about Fox News, our old friend from Fox News, Megyn Kelly, I mean, she's not there anymore. But you heard the awful, awful, awful things that Megyn Kelly said here in the last few days trying to defend Trump and people like him in the circle of the Jeffrey. Yeah, so I saw this amazing TikTok video that I wanted to share. This is from a 14-year-old girl wanting to respond to what Megyn Kelly had to say about 15-year-old girls.
Hey, Megyn Kelly. I'm Eloise, and I'm 14 years old. I wasn't even going to say anything because the topic is an adult one. My mom even made a video about it yesterday because we didn't feel it was an appropriate topic for a child to speak about. But after hearing you go on camera and explain that Epstein wasn't into 8-year-olds, just the barely legal type like 15, I realized you might need an actual reality check from a literal child. So let me help you out. Megyn, people in my grade are turning 15 right now. Some of us still have baby faces. Some of us still have braces. Some of us still call our parents when we're scared at night. Some of us still look like middle schoolers because we basically are. And the fact that a grown woman needs a teenager to explain that is honestly terrifying. Here's the part you seem confused about. Under federal law, anyone under 18 is a child. No asterisk.
Yep.
No, but they hit puberty. No, older kids don't count. Anyone under 18 is a child. You said you were just giving facts, but here's the real fact. What you said wasn't factual. It was minimizing. It was making abuse sound like a technicality. And Megan, here's the part you really need to hear. If a 14-year-old has to get on the internet and explain to a grown adult with national platform that children are children and there's no age where abuse suddenly becomes less bad, then the problem isn't confusion, it's corruption. Because kids my age aren't supposed to be the ones correcting you. We're not supposed to be the moral compass in a room full of adults who should have known better. But here we are. If my voice makes you uncomfortable, good, it should. Because the minute adults start defending predators by debating the age of a child, you're not protecting the truth. You're protecting the predator. And you shouldn't need a freshman to tell you that. Hey.
Boom.
Her mom wrote that. I'm going to be real. Like, her mom wrote that.
Well, or at least helped, but no doubt. But
Yeah,
I
I
appreciate what she's having to say, though.
but
She's right. It's like, why does she have to be the adult in the room in this conversation?
I'm scared to act, but does Megyn Kelly have kids?
She does. And her
Okay,
kid is
yeah.
like 15 or 16. And she was making that comment. Can you imagine?
That's the worst part. You know,
Yeah.
I see these. Look, I'm a woman. Look, 46 years, I've been a woman. Like, this is who I am. But I'm telling you this, I can't help it. I don't know if it's right, it's wrong. I don't give a fuck. When I see takes like this from women,
Yeah.
I get that much more outraged because I'm like, what if you have daughters? Like, what if it was you? Like, as an empath, as a human being, I just think about myself like, Jesus, what if I was Virginia? What if I was Maria? Like, what if I was one of these girls? Like, and I had people attempting to rationalize what happened to me. Like, it just blows my mind.
Yeah. I was reading a chunk of that Giuffre book that came out a few weeks ago. And there was a really terrifying sequence where she talked about how she was at like a family party of some sort. And she was only like still a teenager at this point, like maybe 14 or something like that. And she announced at the table that she was being assaulted by her father. And everyone went quiet, and then everyone just ignored it, and everyone pretended it never happened. And that was like basically her entry point into the world is designed against you, the victim. Even in your own family, the people that are supposed to love you unconditionally, they will throw you under the bus to keep this weird, gross patriarchy chomo thing happening, which I don't understand why anyone, like, I don't care who you are. Again, it doesn't matter if you're Bill Clinton, doesn't matter if you're Bob Ross, doesn't matter if you're Mr. Rogers. I don't care who you are. There's no excuse for this kind of behavior, and we can't excuse it. And we can't put, like the girl said, can't put asterisks. And I'm 1000% with her on that.
Yeah. Do you want to read some of the comments?
Yeah. Lots of Megyn Kelly love. Charlie Smirk says, I think Maggie Kelly is a Fed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, all pro-Palestinian people are ugly. She's like, how come every time I watch one of those protests, they're all ugly?
Oh my God,
They're
Megyn
ugly
Kelly.
on the inside.
She's just the worst. Truly the worst. Truly. Well, okay, I got one more Jeffrey thing, and then we'll move on for the day. But there's just so much more than we could ever cover. But this last bit, let me pull this one up here. It says Jeffrey and Donald Trump spent Thanksgiving together in 2017. And this was according to one of these emails. Says, not a rumor. This is from the newly released emails obtained by House Democrats this week from Jeffrey's estate. One email chain dated November 23rd, 2017, Thanksgiving Day, lists the name of guests that Jeffrey expected to see that weekend. Among them, David Fazell, Hansen, and Trump. So that's per Jeffrey claiming who he's going to be seeing for Thanksgiving. Again,
Who's
did he?
Hanson?
Was he just throwing names to try to seem important? I don't know. But we do know that in those interviews with Michael Wolff, Jeffrey Epstein did seem to have some really good insider knowledge of what was happening within the cabinet, which was weird because he's not in it. And Trump said he had cut off ties with him back in 2003 or 2004. So, yeah, very interesting
Who is
stuff.
Hanson?
You know, it's funny. I couldn't think. My brain, because my brain loves a good twist, my brain was like,
Chris
what
Hansen.
Yeah.
I'm like, who is Hanson? Because holy shit, if To Catch a Predator guy is in this, that's a whole other thing.
Hold on. He walks in the room and he's like, "Hello there, Jeffrey. Why don't you have a seat right over here?"
It's like,
what did you think you were doing here tonight, Jeffrey?
God.
I'm gonna hope, if it is Chris Hansen, that's it for my hope in humanity. So I'm gonna say it's a different Hansen. But boy, that is a funny twist.
Maybe it's the Hanson brothers, like the Hansons.
Oh, bop, 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 doo, wop. Yeah, they started out being passed around Mar-a-Lago, and now they run the place, I guess. No, I'm kidding. That's terrible.
Ay, Dios mío.
I know. That's the wonderful world we live in our hideous political landscape currently. So let's jump. Tell you what, I'm going to jump into some random news before we jump into the next segment here. So, random news. AI-powered teddy bear caught talking about sexual fetishes and instructing kids how to find knives. Now, I had to pull this up as news because this sounds like one of the best horror movie stories I've ever heard. Like the idea that like all night long, the cute little teddy bear your kid is snuggling with is like,
that's Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, right. But Teddy Ruxpin, if Teddy Ruxpin had like a demon inside of him,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Hey, your parents are asleep. I'll tell you where all the weapons around the house are." And it's like, whoa.
I have a book of Teddy Ruxpin from 1981 that says Teddy Ruxpin does the grunge. And it's a dance and a music that's called the grunge. No shit. I'll fucking text you pictures.
All right. I want proof of this Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, I will. Frank, get the book. I'll tell my husband to go get it. I swear to fucking God. The grunge.
All right. I won't go too deep in this. I mostly just wanted to touch on it to remind everyone that AI is not your friend. It's literally telling your kids.
God, he's looking at us.
Staring right at me.
I have goosebumps. Literally. I have fucking goosebumps. I don't do dolls, and I don't do furries or.
Now you don't do haunted teddy bears? Okay, understood.
No.
All right. This one's not necessarily news, more some sarcasm that I enjoyed. But it says, I hate how China controls all of our politicians. They make them go touch the Great Wall of China and swear allegiance to the CCP. And it's just pictures of all of our last 4 presidents touching the Wailing Wall, of course, in Israel. But pretty funny. That one got me. I thought that was pretty humorous. Because why is that? Why is that no one seems bothered that every living president has to touch the Wailing Wall and vow their allegiance to Israel? That's weird. It's a little strange.
Very.
Oh, I got good news. Do you want some good news? Bill Maher.
Oh my God, I know. But my question is, who the fuck would go see him? They need a lobotomy.
I got to tell everybody, folks, Bill Maher says he now refuses to do stand-up comedy again because he could get shot by the left or the right. Well, you know what? I was against.
The damn show off too. Oh my God, my husband heard me.
What's that?
The grunge music. Book.
Oh, it's the Teddy Ruxpin. Nice.
Told you.
The grunge Ruxpin.
I told you, I don't lie.
So I just wanted everybody at home to have a little bit of good news, knowing that Bill Maher will not be doing stand-up anywhere ever again.
That's the thing. Take his fucking show off.
Yeah. Well, I guess he was not including that in his thing. This is a weird one. Hear me out while I rant for just a moment on this one. Did you see this photo? So Trump was at the White House and he was walking past this flagpole at the White House. And everybody got upset because the flag is literally soaking wet on the ground, just laying there. Like, I don't know if you know your flag code stuff going way back, but the idea is you never let the flag touch the ground, right? And here it's literally just laying in the dirt and Trump's walking past it unknowingly. Now, I was curious just because I was trying to understand, because people were like, oh, this is fake, this, that, or the other. I'm like, no, it doesn't look fake. It looks real. So I started digging into it. And I found out that this is one of 2 flagpoles the White House has now. Before, the White House had one 70-foot tall flagpole. Trump had that removed and installed 2 flagpoles. Would you care to take a guess what number of feet that the 2 flagpoles are? And I'll give you a hint. It's a number that Republicans love to use as a dog whistle in their screen names.
69.
No, 88.
45.
88 feet tall. 2
Shut the
88
fuck
foot.
up.
I'm not even kidding you. I looked it up. on Wikipedia. He installed 2 88-foot tall flagpoles.
And how high was the one?
70.
Okay, so it's not like he's making it like 35 and 35 or 2 70s. He's doing an HH. Gotcha.
He's doing 2 88-foot flagpoles. I don't know. Stuff like that. When I come across stuff like that, I'm just,
whatever.
It's just it's not a coincidence. It's like there's no way, man. Like, and I want to understand, like, what is that about? Like, I get that maybe you like Hitler, but why do you gotta throw that? That's like you're like a child graffiti tagging everything with your big ugly signature. It's like,
you can get away with it.
I guess you're right. They just keep doing it.
Megalomaniacs do this shit. It's fucking hubris. Like, I can do this, and I'm smarter than everyone else in the room.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, it's just one of those things where it's just like it feels like they're like, are they trolling us or are they celebrating? Because I can never tell anymore. It's
Why
like,
was the flag down?
Well, I'm guessing there was just like a storm came through and maybe it got blown down or it got wet in the rain and it pulled it down, or I don't know.
Here's my theory. I think he lowered the flag because it's the end of political careers because the Epstein files came out.
I think you're right. I think the flag literally just seppuku'd itself and then like slid down the pole to its final resting place. I think that's what happened. And can I just say this, because this is part of my rant here, but this is the same motherfucker who like a month ago said he was going to make it a crime for you to burn an American flag.
I was thinking that when you were sharing this story.
He went on and on and on about how disrespectful it is to burn a flag while he's literally letting the White House's American flag just flop around wet in the mud. I don't know. I don't know. To me, it all just stinks, man. It really fucking stinks. So there you go. There's your Heil Hitler 88-foot flagpole moment. I just had to share that weird shit that I discovered.
Maybe that's how Biggie likes it up his ass.
Okay. One more.
Drank. It's not my fault.
Oh, I don't blame you. I have one more to share. Just weird, crazy, random news. James Vanderbeek from Dawson Creek's fame is selling his Dawson's Creek merchandise to pay for his cancer treatment. So I had to share this with you because I was itching to do this. I don't want to wait for capitalism to be over. I want to know right now that it is gone. No, seriously, guys, this dude should be like a multimillionaire living it up because he was on one of the most popular TV shows of all time. And instead, he's selling what merch he has from the show so he can afford his own cancer treatment. Like, if this ain't America in a single article, I don't know what else is, So... yeah, I know. Not a fun thing, but I just wanted to share it because it flipped my lid. I'm just like, this ain't right, man. This is only in America. Only in America can a beloved actor like him be like, oh, gotta sell everything I own so I can have cancer treatment. So yeah. Well, I think that's everything. I think we actually did it. We got through it somehow, did we?
I
Wow.
had to have put Palestine stuff in there.
You didn't this time.
Well, that's fucked up.
I mean, that's okay because I know that what updates do we have? I can't think of beyond. It's just the same horrible thing that's always happening. I don't know if there's been any major updates. Has Israel struck out against any new countries this last week that we forgot to add to the list of their war crimes?
I don't think so. Excuse me.
Well, I'll tell you this. I did read an article that was basically laying out how early Joe Biden knew that they were committing war crimes over there. Apparently, all the way back to it was December 2023. He had like top people that were doing the monitoring of this shit, the intelligence community, going to Blinken and telling them like, hey man, we can't legally give weapons to these guys because they're using them for war crimes. They knew this 2 months in. No, less than that. Yeah, that's like 2 months. That's 2 months in. They knew. And they buried.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bibi even said, without the United States help, we would have been done by November. So within a month, this shit would have ended if it wasn't for us.
Yeah. It's wild. Like if literally like we always say things like, oh, where's the UN or where's the international this or where's even our national responsibility in our body to prevent these crimes? Where is it? Well, it was there and it was doing what it was supposed to do. It functioned. It just got circumvented by assholes like Anthony Blinken and like Joe Biden who are like, we don't care. We don't care that this violates the law. We don't care that literally hundreds of thousands of people are being thrown through the chipper. We don't care because I don't know. I still don't understand what they're getting out of this deal. I really don't. Like, I mean, all I can figure is Bibi must have just like a blackmail buffet on the world. And it's just got to be a heck of a thing to one day get to witness. I hope it's on a dead man switch. I hope one day Bibi's heart just goes and then suddenly 24 hours later, we get a dump of it all. That would just be wonderful.
Thing is, though, it's not just him.
No, I know.
It's Zionism as a whole. And,
No, I know.
People like Bernard would like to say, Netanyahu. Yeah, dude, it's not just him. So, and then speaking of the terrorist state of Israel, the prior prime minister in the Jeffrey files, shocker, and can you put up that painting of W that I put in there? This I did laugh at this. This is it was it was held in Jeffrey's one of his mansions, his main mansion, and I did laugh at it because it's funny to an extent, and the artist was asked about it and he said he didn't know who bought the paintings. He just put them out at an auction because he did the one with Bill in the dress as well, which is not weird at all that Epstein had that hanging in his living room. But yeah, this one, and I went down a rabbit hole. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not going to say this as though it's fact. But as you know, a lot of people have come out with things saying that the terrorist state of Israel and 9/11 and such. And I find it very interesting that an agent of Mossad, aka Jeffrey, had this painting in his living room of these collapsed buildings and
2 airplanes.
What's that?
And 2 airplanes.
Right. I mean, I'm like, why? I don't know. Like the Bill Clinton one, they were friends, but W, to my knowledge, isn't in any of the emails or anything like that. So like, why?
Well, to me, it feels like a celebration of the deception.
Absolutely.
It's
a
like how a
celebration.
serial killer keeps like a memento taken off of the victim. To
Yeah,
Jeffrey
a
Epstein, it's like,
memento.
yeah, exactly. To him, it's like, man, like I celebrate how good we fuck people over and how good we fuck people over on the daily with our intelligence bullshit. Now, again, I couldn't tell you if George W. was involved in all that, but I can tell you that there's plenty of evidence to show that he did not do his job and protect America. And yeah, it's ultimately, I guess, up to the researcher individually. But I'd say that there's more than enough evidence to show that they knowingly turned their back. They were given warnings
We
again and
invaded
again
and
and again.
massacred an entire different country that had anything to do with what they said. He's just like, here's a war on terror, a war of terror. Let's just go invade this country for over 20 fucking years, who had nothing to do with it and nothing to do with it as far as they knew as well. I mean, it was, yeah, that's going to be a rampage. Can you read out a few of the comments?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Talking about Vanderbeek, Charlie Smirk said, dude probably signed some bad contracts. Yeah, maybe. Especially when you're young. Yeah, like that's why Prince literally had to change his name to a symbol because he signed a bad contract.
It wasn't just Dawson's Creek. He was on Varsity Blues, but then what's that film that it's one of the best books? Oh,
I forget.
I can't think of it. And he was in the film. Damn, I can't think about it. It's like all about sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Nice.
I cannot think of it, but it was such a good film adaptation from the book. And he was in that, and it was great. But yeah, absolutely, I agree. He was young, and he probably signed some shit contracts. Fuck, Shirley Temple never made a dime. Like, they love little kids.
Yep.
And then finding that out, literally.
Yep. And then Charlie also just made a note that the UN did a big vote for a peace deal today that favored Israel. China and Russia didn't vote instead of voting no. I'll have to research the details on that vote today. I'd only caught it offhand. I didn't follow it deep.
Yep, that's true. I just read an article about that.
Well, do you want to jump to our funny of the week?
Well, I did have that guy singing, so let's do that first, and then I have a Sammy.
Okay,
let's close with Sammy.
Let's do it.
If you're a racist, a misogynist, or homophobe, then I think you're an absolute. If you're transphobic, xenophobic, or ableist, then I think you're an absolute. If you go to bat for the billionaires, take us all for fools. If you excuse government complicity in bombing hospitals and schools, if you think genocide is justified, then I think you're an absolute. If you think peaceful protest should be prescribed, then I think you're an absolute. If you try to blame the victim, if you're against bodily autonomy, if you own an influential news outlet and choose to use it to platform bigotry, if you complain about asylum seekers, then I think you're an absolute. If you call a person an illegal, then I think you're an absolute. If you side with corporations, if you're anti-living wage, if you actually come from inherited wealth but try to pass yourself off as self-made, if you fly flags to intimidate, then I think you're an absolute. If you spread misinformation and hate, then I think you're an absolute. If you moan about cancel culture when you make offensive jokes, if you try to police people's genders, if you call climate change a hoax, if you're a racist.
Cute. He's like, what's his name? Tiptoe Through the Tulips guy. He reminds me of him.
Oh my God. Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim. That's what it was. I was getting a Tiny Tim vibe.
But he's hot, though. Tiny Tim, not so much.
What? He looked kind of ghoulish in a cute way. He was cute ghoulish.
Oh my.
No, you're right. He was kind of freaky looking. He looked like the kind of guy that's like the last face you'd want to see when you like flip a light on and there's like standing there right outside the window.
Hair, and he's like 2 feet tall, and yeah.
And they just start strumming, and you're just like backing out of the room.
Yeah, let's play some Sammy.
All right. Did you send it to me?
Yes.
Okay, give me 2 seconds and feel free to talk about your book while I grab the Sammy clip.
Oh, well, I have a picture. I need you to share that picture of Temujin.
Oh, I didn't know you shared that with me. Where's the Sammy clip? I don't think you sent it to me.
It's up more.
Okay. I didn't see it in the list this time. Feel free to talk about your book because I really don't see it. I'm looking though. Oh,
well,
it's
I need the meme to talk about my book. I need the picture to talk about my book.
Sorry. I was trying to find the thing you asked for. Sorry. All right. Well, I'm putting that up right now. Very, very, very slowly. All right. Here we go. There you go.
Okay, so yay. Our friend Temujin, Wrongful Conviction of Temujin Kensu. That's my new book. This is Temujin and his wonderful wife, Paula, and she's wearing a shirt with my book on it with a picture with him. So that's so exciting. She visited him this weekend. For those of you who don't know, Temujin was wrongfully convicted at 23, and he is now 62. He's been proven innocent, even in a court of law. He's still in prison. So this book is about the case, also about him. He has a brain tumor and a lot of medical issues wrong with him. So this book was kind of our, I went to visit him in prison and we had a 4-hour conversation and a lot of the transcripts in here. I've been interviewing him over 5 years. So I know this case inside and out. He's innocent. First of all, he's accused of unaliving a young college student, and he has over a dozen witnesses. He was almost 500 miles away. That's all you need to know. Yep. But this book has a lot of proof throughout it. It has submissions from incredible people like Jason Flom, who's the co-founder of the Innocence Project, Kalia Ali, Muhammad's daughter, Reverend Annie Chambers, Black Panther, my dear friend who comes on the show, and tons of incredible people sent me things to put in here about their support for Temujin. But throughout everything, it is just so important that people learn his story and share his story. Because Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan, has had his clemency papers on her desk for 6 fucking years and continues to ignore them. And he is, quite frankly, in there to the point that, and they want him to die. They're refusing him all medical treatment. They won't even let him take over-the-counter vitamins. They won't give him chemo. They won't give him even things that doctors write him prescriptions for. It's bad. They threw him in the hole recently because they set him up with something. He's not in great shape. So 39 years he's been imprisoned as a man who did not commit this crime. So after almost 4 decades, it's time he gets the fuck out. But it's also incumbent upon us to know his story and share his story before it's too late. So please buy this book. You can get it on barnesandnoble.com and also paperback and Kindle on Amazon.com. And for every single book I sell, I do donate a portion to Heal Palestine, which actually gives money to Palestinians to help them build tents, diapers, things like that. So I make a donation with every book sold.
Hey, and I also want to mention, if you guys can, we had some great news for the Hawthorne Park potluck. We got a huge food donation, filled up our pantry, so we've got lots of food. We're so thrilled for that, but we still need plates, bowls, forks, napkins, you know. So if anybody can, if you can go to hawthorneparkpotluck.org/donate, we are feeding over 100 people a day a hot meal, and I think we're changing lives. So anything you guys can do to help, it's always appreciated. And do you want to jump to the funny, our final closing funny?
Let's go to the well, don't say final, like it's our freaking last show.
Well, you never know, man. We could get hit by a meteorite tomorrow. Why do you got to assume we're going to be
his list? Like what? No.
Actually, it's funny. I told my boss, I was like, hey, did you hear the great news? She's like, what's that? And I'm like, I'm not on the Epstein list. Yay!
I do. Oh, I'm wearing my basement dweller shirt.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Is that the name of your punk band?
No, that's what Shillery called us. Hizzlebug, remember?
I know. I do remember.
That's what it was called in the WikiLeaks. A bunch of basement dwellers.
Well, let's do our last little bit of Sammy, because we love our Sammy.
Erica Kirk knew Trump before she knew Charlie. She actually won Trump's Miss Arizona pageant. Her parents are both from military intelligence family. Her dad did Raytheon arms deals with Israel, probably unrelated. And Erica Kirk was part of running an orphanage in Romania where children went missing. Enough children for Romania to permanently ban the orphanage and permanently ban Erica Kirk. Do you know how up you gotta be to get banned in Romania? Andrew Tate is the mayor there. You really gotta push some boundaries. Mind you, this is when Epstein was still active, so I'll let you connect the dots. By the way, I'm not suicidal. For the record, I am quite happy, okay? You heard it here. But the weirdest thing about Erica Kirk, she met Charlie Kirk not on Christian Mingle. She went in to interview at his company, Turning Point USA. He said that he fell in love right away. Now, 4 years later, he's dead. And she has now inherited Turning Point USA. She's doing podcasts on it too. Like, I'm so excited. Like, to my future wife, please wait 2 months after I die before doing a podcast. 3 months if it's my own. Come on. When you look at how fast she moved on, and then you look at how it started and how it ended, how it started was not romance. How it started was her going in for a job, and how it ended was her getting a promotion. So I'm just saying.
Sam.
You know, if y'all like Sammy, look him up. He just dropped a new one a couple hours ago, all about the Bubba email, and it's pretty.
Oh, put it up! I didn't see it.
Well, it's like a 20-minute one, so I didn't want to throw the whole thing up. But yeah, well, like I said, I'm encouraging our audience to get in on another Sammy because it just dropped and I didn't get a chance to clip it yet.
Love Sammy. Swoon.
Well, speaking of love, one thing that we love to do here at the Capitalist Death Parade, every week we like to choose the worst person in the world and have them march this Capitalist Death Parade off the cliff. So, Joy, who is your worst person in the world this week? Who is our Grand Marshal?
Okay, so like I can't pick just one. So we're gonna have like a legit parade.
Okay,
Megyn
legit
Kelly,
parade. Yes.
What's that?
Yes.
Megyn Kelly, because she's a bitch. Trump, obviously. Bill. Hillary, just because I fucking hate her. Who else?
Dershowitz. I saw him go on and defend Epstein and be like, oh, the girl that he had sex with was only 17 and 10 months. So if you think of it that way, is it even a crime? And it's like, you are the worst, nastiest person in the world.
Dershowitz keeps getting interviewed on these shows. That's the
issue.
So, yeah, I mean, he could be every fucking week.
It's true.
Oh don't know. There's so many.
So many terrible
Yeah.
people. Let's get one of those tiny clown cars that somehow magically hold tons of people, and let's put them all into the clown car. Twist the little key on the back to wind it up, and let's just let it
Wind it up. That's my Gwen. That's a song. Wind it up. You know, or we could just do like a spinny wheel, like my comrade Pat does, and just have
What's a
like
spinny wheel?
put names up, and then be
Ah.
like, I'm torn. They all suck, and spin it and be like, all right, they're leading.
Nice. Well, I say give it to all of them today, just because again, they're all doing their part. A lot of those names and it's like I was looking at the list of names of the people from these emails. Like it's not just like the normal nasty people you'd expect. Like we were talking Chomsky, but Deepak Chopra. I'm just like, why?
What?
I know. Yeah, there's a bunch in there with him too. I know. I'm so shocked. It's just like,
Oh my fucking gods. Are
like this
you
dude got his tentacles
serious?
into everyone. It's insane.
What? No,
Yeah.
you know what the biggest shocker is? Well, Gnome is pretty fucking close.
Yeah, that got me. I was just like,
And I'm disabled, so you can't call me ableist. But why the fuck is Stephen Hawking there and in so many photos with young girls? Like, how? Okay, I'm gonna leave with that thought. Is it just like I'm
Yes,
here
folks,
so
we're
I
gonna-
know I can get these checks? Like, why are you there, dude? I don't fucking know.
Well, we're gonna end it there with the great cosmic mystery of what was
That's
happening
your
in Stephen
homework
Hawking's
assignment.
face.
But
Yeah.
you don't need to like describe it and like write a thesis and send it to me. I'm just kind of curious, like why? It's about power. That's the proof. It's about power, not sex.
See, I my theory of relativity is that he was relatively into young girls, and that sucks. I'm so grossed out.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And you know what? I think when all this comes out and the dust actually settles from all this, the list is going to be so much larger than we'd even imagined. Because all we've seen are these emails. This email chain is all we've seen. We don't even know how far this goes beyond the emails. So
Well, there's a lot of pop stars who are on the flight logs. So
True.
we'll see.
Well, folks,
All right, guys.
hopefully
Thank you
we'll
so
find
much
out
for
what
watching.
happens. Yep, we'll find out what happens with the Jeffrey list as the days unroll. But until then,
Smash like, smash subscribe, buy my book because you should. And thank you so much for watching. Much love to all of you. And thank you for participating in the comments. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Also,
And remember-
if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm going to start streaming on that as well.
cool. Awesome. Well, folks, we love you out there. Be safe out there. And we will see you next week here on the Capitalist Death Parade.
Sweet, free Palestine. Bum, bum,
Bum,
bum.
bum, bum.
Netanyahu, suck my dick.
Suck it.
Suck it.
Suck it.
Suck it.
Suck it.
Suck it.